Hello everybody and welcome to today's Sunday sermon, which is the third week of Easter. Today we look at Peter. He thought he could die for Christ and he failed. Peter says, let's go fishing. And they joined him. It's as if to say, well, that was that. It's over. He's dead. Well, they say he rose, but we don't know. Let's go back to what we know best, and that is to fish. Peter, of course, is broken because of what he did. And of course they fail. They fail badly in the fishing. All night, caught nothing. Until the morning early. And they see up on the shore a little fire and then a figure alongside the fire, and the voice says, cast your net out there. And they do so without protest. And they catch 153 big fish. The net should break normally, but it didn't. St. John wrote this gospel. And St. John was very famous for using metaphors and examples that would have a deep meaning. And some people say, the 153 fish. What does it mean? Well, St. Jerome said that this probably means at that time people of that world only knew of 153 different types of fish, species of fish. And that John is getting across the point, all people are included for the gospel. Everyone has a right to hear it. Not to be forced on him, no. It's all free gift and it's there for us for the taking. Everyone on this earth, from the past and the future and the present moment, everyone has a right to hear it and ought to hear it, we believe, because the message of the gospel is so vital. Let's go back to the similes and the metaphors of John. The net didn't break. The net represents the church or the community of believers. And St. John says, it is the Lord. And immediately Peter jumps into the water and starts going to the shore to meet Jesus. Now, what's on his mind? He's a broken man, remember. He's very down. He has no confidence in himself. He has failed. By his standards, he has completely failed, and he denied knowing Jesus 3 times. So maybe he's rushing to say, Lord, forgive me, forgive me. But what happens when they come up to Jesus on the shore, and there's a lovely fire with food on it, fish and bread? Jesus says, let's eat breakfast. Just imagine the meaning of that. If you are embarrassed about what you have done and you want to go and apologize to somebody, and when they open the door and they let you in, they say, come in, let's have breakfast. Straight away the barriers are broken down, and the person, like Peter, must feel relieved. Lovingly later, Jesus speaks with Peter, and 3 times he asks him, do you love me? And 3 times Peter responds, I love you. You know that I love you. And Jesus says, feed my sheep. Now this, I think, is John's way of saying to Peter, forget now your denial of knowing me 3 times. Forget it. It happened, it's there in the past, but it's not going to be an issue anymore for you or for me. Never was, in fact. I want you to go back to what I asked you to do. What are you doing fishing? That's what you were doing before I called you. You're now supposed to go out, and I'll be with you, and you'll see great miracles coming from your witness to me. Basically, that's what Jesus is saying. Peter, and I'm sure all the rest, are being called to new life. You can say the breakfast, the food, is new life, a new way of living. All of us are being called in the same way. We have been invited to the breakfast that Jesus is offering in his kindness and in his love for us. And we are asked to take on a new life. We can identify with Peter. I think we all should be able to say, yes, I have failed God, I'm a sinner. Why can I say that? I'm supposed to love everyone, I'm supposed to forgive, I'm supposed to stop bickering and stop holding grudges, and so forth and so forth. And here I am, and sometimes I find myself ruminating over things that happened, that were done to me. Maybe I'm guilty and feeling very, very small because I made a terrible mistake. I did something wrong, or I said something and I really didn't mean that, but now it's there. And we all have baggage. We all have baggage that we are carrying as regards our response to this great command to love God and to love our neighbour as we love ourselves. But Jesus is saying to us, come and eat. Have breakfast. He's not going to go back over and say, oh, you did this and you did that. And of course, reparation is supposed to be there. You know, if you have stolen, you certainly must return. And if you have ruined a person's character, you must do your best to, and you will, if you take on new life. You will find yourself even repairing the damage you have done. God will do it anyway with you. But decide to accept the invitation to eat breakfast. He's inviting us all. Beautiful fish and bread. You can imagine how beautiful, especially early in the morning after fishing all night, the hunger would be incredible. Jesus satisfies all our hunger and our thirst. Jesus is calling me to leave all that behind. That's John's way of saying leave the past behind. But accept what is. Accept what is. Observe your life. Be observant. Be reflective, in other words. Reflect on where are you in relation to God, in relation to your now. We accept and surrender, meaning accept and wait for the God that surprises. So in the meantime, expect great things that God will do through you. Once we put our trust and confidence in him. Jesus trusted Peter with leadership in the early church, among the early Christians. He trusts us to do the right thing. Trust is a wonderful thing. God trusts us. He trusts us to be shining lights to the world of darkness. Shining lights for others to see and say, oh my God, what has he got? Or what has she got? That I want that. We can become witnesses. Let us accept his invitation to come and eat. And remember, his food is new life. And miracles and wonders will take place through us, as they did through Peter and the early disciples and the apostles. May God bless you. Have a beautiful Sunday and a lovely week ahead.